LGD wins.
LGD wins.
Right,
That's exactly what I
argue with that logic, unfortunately, you guys. You're basically making the same point, just one a bit better than the other. But no, absolutely sounds like it's an LGD victory. But PSG Gaming, of course, they can always come back into it. And with his Troll Warlord, they are doing things a little bit differently, which is kind of what we wanted them to do. Will it pay off? Let's find out with our casters of Cryptic and Neff.
Thank you, Nomad and friends. And yeah, I kind of agree. This is a pretty sick draft by LGD. Honestly, for me, it's the last pick Invoker. This thing is so sick in this game.
Yeah, you know, we started the day and I was talking about how, you know, EG, North America, they were kind of copying draft strategies from Chinese region. But just earlier today, we saw TOUR1's first pick an Invoker. Maybe nothing to say, watched that one and thought, you know what, I'd like to play an Invoker. I'd like to be a little bit like Gunner.
Didn't they lose?
They did.
Okay.
Horribly.
Yeah, so that's
yeah,
maybe not the case. Hard to say. But honestly, yeah, this last pick Invoker is very sick. It counters out a lot of the heroes here on the side of VG Gaming. You get the built-in disarm from the Deafening Blast. You have the mana burns onto XM. A big fight over this first ward. Like 7 heroes attacking it for the last
What do you know of the ward?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I love the transition to putting Ame on the Kunkka. We've seen this before. Faith Beyond taking the Beastmaster, a very high-tempo hero. Yeah, unfortunately, you're playing it into the Troll Warlord. I'm not a big fan of this hero. We talked about that one. He hit him with the Heaven's Halberd, and the guy's not sure what to do with his hands. It's like an esports photo shoot. Yeah. But now, great against the Boars, great against the Helm of the Dominator. Once it gets it, Helm of the Overlord, the Whirling Axe is so good for allowing you to stand your ground. And it is a pretty easy time running down the Boars too, so if you get any kills off on those, it's 60 XP a pop, you completely dominate the lane, so you have to be a little bit careful. Last time we saw this, we actually saw Phoenix run this against PSG.LGD, and they just went for the Hoodwink and like focused on killing these Boars. They went 2 points in the axes in order to counter that out, just because they figured, okay, well, we'll just spam our spells off in this Phantom Assassin, we won't deal with their evasion. Same sort of deal with Troll. I imagine that they'll put multiple points in the axe in the early laning phase. I'm not sure how many, and then they'll start going for the Boars and call the wild post-laning phase for strength pushing and whatnot. Ooh, he got clipped by that anyways. He tried to walk forward to the tower there.
Middle tower is under attack.
I mean, luckily it's level 1 EMP. It doesn't burn a ton of mana, but that is going to be an extra remnant for sure that he just lost. Yeah, and each remnant is like 1 to 2 CS. Oh. Very annoying playing against the Invoker as the Storm Spirit. I imagine once he hits level 4, he's probably just going to move it in the jungle because your farm speed slows down so much with those EMPs constantly coming out off into you. Yeah, absolutely. Now we do have, you were talking a little bit about the Beastmaster lane here. It's a Weaver 5, which is a little bit uncommon. Like a lot of times we are seeing the Weaver played in the 4, but it can be played in 5 as well. Erica on the Troll should have a pretty free lane, at least early on against the Beastmaster.
Level 1 would be a little bit difficult for him until he's got the evasion from, or like melee form to be able to switch to the mischance axes.
Why am I?
Is there a proper word for that one?
Just whirling axes.
They're both whirling axes though.
Yeah. If they don't get it, that's their fault now.
Yeah, true. They should be able to tell what I'm saying just by feeling. All right. Top lane, Disruptor. Pretty solid counter pick to the Tidehunter, of course. It doesn't matter if he's got his Kraken Shell in order to dispel. If you're sitting underneath that Static Storm plus Kinetic Field, you're not getting that Ravage off. So it's been seen as one of the more common counters as well. But unfortunately, last time we saw Ame here on the Kunkka, he didn't have the best performance. But nothing to say, he's been kind of picking up the slack every time that he isn't doing so hot.
Kunkka has just looked super solid today in general. I mean, this hero seems to be owning out of the mid lane both times, but ends up being pretty much this hard carry in the late game. I mean, last time we saw, we all remember the crits off the Roshan to just completely turn the fight. So it was very sick, very well done. But excited to see what they're going to do with the safe lane Kunkka, what his build's going to be. My guess is going to be probably the Armlet, probably Silver Edge this game. It seems very strong.
Yeah, Silver Edge against the Troll Kunkka, just standard stuff. BKB also very necessary here. You want to be able to get away from the Troll Warlord when he pops his ultimate. Not have him permanent you and fight into the Tidehunter.
Yeah, really nice creep aggro there actually from the Kunkka. Managed to keep the melee in range for him so that he could actually get the last hits. Overall, Storm's doing pretty well in the mid lane, 19-1 to 15-2.
Yeah, he's going to already be done, I imagine, though.
Yeah, at this point, you go the 2-0-2 build, and nothing to say. We'll be able to just Tornado EMP you constantly, so it gets a lot more difficult from here now. Top lane, Kunkka actually falling really low. It was maybe a little bit too far forward. Grimstroke needs another auto attack to find the kill, but goes in range of the tower, so looks like he's going to be fine. Salved up. Does he get the stroke? Off the mark. Unlucky. Good attempt, though. Yeah,
nice try. But no, it shows that nothing to say, better Kunkka player, as you know, he did have the waterlogged boots and the swagged out Kunkka set. A little bit less impressive here on Ami.
I still like his set. It's a good one still. But yeah, you're right. Not as swagged out. Irving here stuck into the kinetic field. This could be the first blood. Does he get the 9 body blocks there from the Grimstroke, cutting off that path, and very close.
I thought for certain he was dead there, but unfortunately Kunkka not able to get that cleave off. Would have had to walk right into that stun. XM, I mean, he's tied for CS right now with the Invoker. He's behind on XP. You got a couple more denies, but he's not getting anything.
Oh, rotation from the roof into the mid lane. There's your first blood onto
Radiant's
that
middle
Invoker.
tower is under
Top
attack.
lane, Inkswell will stun up the Kunkka as well. Slowing him with the Stroke of Fate. Can they actually finish off the kill this time? They will. Goes the way of the Grimstroke.
That's fine. Unfortunately, you don't get yourself first blood. You lose the Storm Spirit first, and Storm Spirit's game gonna be slowed down a little bit. I imagine he's gonna head straight into the jungle after he maybe he'll clear out the first creep wave if nothing's
Dire's top tower is under
you
attack.
don't want to hang around here. You want to get your level 6 and start looking around the map and trying to find kills. The Disruptor and the Rubik are, ideal targets for you. Very easy to get on top of them. They're somewhat squishy, and you have the other heroes on your team that can help set up these kills. Getting an Inkswell onto you would, being able to get them on top of them with a stun, just blow them up very quickly. I'm really gonna have time to react.
Aggressive bottom.
Yeah.
They really want that boar. He's gonna get it. All right, like you're saying, the XP that they provide does definitely add up, so you can't really afford to feed too many of those things.
Level 5 on Erica already, and you can't stand your ground and fight against the Troll Warlord with them. Is you just get 60% miss chance when you try to trade auto attack them. So one of the reasons why Troll Warlord is not a commonly picked carry right now, but very good in this Beastmaster matchup.
We're going to see how Faith Beyond does as this game goes on, because at the moment, definitely struggling. Bottom of the net worth in terms of the core matchups, but also joining him is that Storm Spirit. He's pretty much out of the mid lane entirely, like we were talking about. You get to the level 4, level 5 on the Invoker, and then suddenly, the single EMP, Tornado EMP burns like half your mana pool, and there's just like nothing you can do.
Yeah, and he knew what he was doing here. He knew that the lane would kind of go like this. I don't think he was expecting to die, but going the 2-0-2 build is just like maximum farming. You don't have much any kill potential.
For my
invisibility. But I don't think you were going to find a kill against nothing to say anyway. So he actually put a point in at level 5, which is interesting. Like I was talking about, I imagine he's just going to TP to a lane and try to set something up with one of his teammates.
Speaking of TPing, Jin Q. He's not going to TP out. He's going to be fine. Okay, makes it underneath the tower. I thought for sure he would just TP out right away, but he ran the numbers. He's good.
Yep, Storm Spirit. Yeah, he's going to go ahead. Go to the top lane. Try to find a kill off onto Kunkka here.
I mean, this would be a fantastic kill. He's not quite level 6 on the Kunkka, so no boat. And XM going to recover a little bit of his game there with that rotation. So very nicely done.
Puts him at 2,500 net worth, but already 700 ahead of him in the mid lane.
Here I am.
He's getting back everything on nothing to say. Now, this is all you can really do on the Storm Spirit, though. You go to the mid lane, you try to get like a single wave of CS. You're just going to hit by the Tornado EMP Cold Snap, have all your mana burned out, and then you're not farming anymore. So at this point, he just has to kind of dodge the Storm Spirit. Grimstroke can sit mid, spam out waves, and
Radiant's
he has
middle
like no
tower
mana.
is
He's
under
got to zip
attack.
for just a few moments here, and
Zip zap.
we'll pump the stick. Able to get a little bit of space.
Radiant's
Gonna lose his
courier
courier in the
has been
process, though.
killed.
with the treads on it.
Dire are scanning.
No, I think the treads got delivered.
No, they were.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It said that it went down with the treads on it, though.
No. That tread icon that came up was like the purchasing of it because they combined in his inventory.
My bad. It died at like the same time that happened.
Yeah. I mean, at least he managed to get the treads.
I'm
I'm gonna get his bottle refilled there from Jama. So, wait, or not. He just TP'd up here to salve him, so he could actually make his way back to base because he sees nothing to say, as well as why. And Q are still here. They're gonna find the Weaver holding him inside that kinetic field. A great answer for that hero. XM brings back into the trees. Gonna try and make this rotation in. Great play for the Grimstroke inside Inkswell, but telekinesis away. He's gonna have the space, and now XM without any mana. Irving getting forced to pause the Ravager. They managed to take down one. XM still doing some work here with the little bit of mana that he has. Word up on this high ground. We'll be
Radiant's
able
top
to
tower
see
is
the
under
rest of these
attack.
heroes unable to chase, so they will just TP home.
They managed to turn that one. They could kill off on Disruptor. Unfortunately, they couldn't punish the Invoker. The one saving grace to all this is they spent a lot of time chasing that Storm under his tower, and while he's doing that, Erica is farming up. So ideally, he carries this game. Like Storm Spirit's game is like almost ruined off of that, but the Invoker did waste a little bit of time himself. No longer sitting at the top of the net worth. Troll Warlord is the one with that privilege. And it looks like he's going for a Battle Fury. He's got the Void Stone in his inventory.
Denied!
I'm just not sure he's going to be able to do enough by himself. He's playing against 2 strength heroes, and, you know, these people can just naturally build Heaven's Helmet. Oh, no. Big.
That's fine. Yeah. Really well done by the Grimstroke. Now, the second time he's kind of just jumped at someone out from the tree line. Eric now rotating the top lane, meaning that he does want to push this tower just before that 10-minute mark. And he's level 8 on the troll. I mean, top net worth here, feeling pretty dang strong.
Dire's top
Not too
tower
far
is under
behind,
attack.
but he did have a death in the lane, so slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah. Will be... I mean, he can keep up with troll farm. Tiebreaker is amazing farm ability, especially if people make
Dire's
stacks. And,
structures
there
are
is a stack
fortified.
over at the Ancient Camp right now on the... sorry.
Bottom lane, roll
Dire's
on the
top
Weaver.
tower
Alright, they
is
hate
under
this
attack.
Weaver. He just got literally clapped.
Yeah.
Dire's top
And,
tower
I think they
has
did see Troll
fallen.
Warlord TP up to the top lane, so they knew it
Radiant's
was pretty
bottom
safe. And they know
tower
that
is under
if he's not
attack.
running at him with the whirling axes,
Radiant
he's going to be able to take this
structures are
tier 1 tower
fortified.
pretty quickly with this Helmet Dominator. He didn't go any points into whirling axes this game, despite the fact that he was playing into a build on Troll that made it kind of difficult for him to use summon units, but
Dire's
if
top
he just
tower
avoids the
is
Troll, then
under
he's going
attack.
to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, he just wants
Radiant's
to kind of
bottom
maintain
tower is
bottom
under attack.
and just push here, right? Like
Radiant's
his
bottom tower
idea
has
is to just try
fallen.
and farm up great space and get to this helm of the Overlord.
Yeah, exactly.
We hit the 10-minute mark. None of the supports are level 6 quite yet. They've been very active around the map, so
Yeah.
unable to actually sit in one of these lanes and get some XP.
Yeah.
We see Ame finally cleaning up these stacks in the jungle, and yeah, skyrockets to top of the net worth. 5,400 here just after the 10-minute mark. That feels very good.
And it looks like there hasn't to make any plays right now, at the very least until Ravage is off of cooldown. Pause comes out.
Yeah.
So they bring it back despite Storm Spirit having a pretty slow start. And I think that was partially due to the fact they wasted so much time on so many heroes trying to run at Storm. So PSG, they do get punished for that by VC.
I mean, overall, Tidehunter having a fantastic game so far. I don't think they really should have had any business finding that kill onto Kunkka in the top lane, but they did nonetheless. And
Dire's
he
top
is
tower is under attack.
arming up pretty dang
Radiant's
well.
middle
But Kunkka
tower
with the
is
armlet
under
complete
attack.
Did you see what he queued up? He's got Boots of Travels next.
on Kunkka.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that actually. I like this a lot.
Dire's top tower
He's just
is
gonna
under
go around the
attack.
map as quick as
Radiant are
possible and
scanning.
farm up
Well, the other idea is you can bots to
a lane and
Beastmaster.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Tornado EMP. Cold Snap needs to kill on the
revenants of
Grimstroke,
my
and those are your
people.
first Spirit Vessel charges of the game, and now things get very scary.
Everything's gonna step in the mid lane. I mean, when you see so many enemy heroes in the mid, that's essentially what you do on Tidehunter. Rather than getting the blink dagger, you just get a tanky item, wait for the enemies to come to you, and you either hold the tower and waste their time, or you turn it on them if they quit onto you with a Ravage.
They're looking for Irving. I mean, he can pop that Ravage, but he's stuck inside the Static Storm. Can they finish him off in time? Faithbeyond comes in, has the roar, will drop it. Tornado, he actually misses for the moment, but
I'll have
EMP
my
burns out all of
vengeance
his
yet.
mana, and he will go
Radiant's
down.
middle
So your
tower
big,
is under
bad
attack.
Tidehunter, the one who
Radiant
needed to protect his mid lane
structures
tower,
are
ends up
fortified.
falling.
He did have a soul ring, but you know, I think his teammates just thought he was too far gone. He wouldn't have been able to survive that initial static storm. So I think he could have gotten off the Ravage, but you know, team didn't really
Radiant's
believe in him.
middle tower has
It was
fallen.
just so difficult. Like, he Ravages maybe at like
Dire's
3
bottom
HP, right?
tower
Like, there's
is under attack.
No, 1 HP. The soul ring would bring you down to like
Yeah.
1.
So
Could have gotten the mana, but would have lost all of his HP.
Double
Maybe it would
damage.
have been too dicey.
a little bit too nice there. Yep, Jama gonna find the enemy heroes here.
Radiant's
Dust
middle
will
tower
catch him, but
is
sets
under
up for
attack.
XM to come in with an Ink Swell as well. Ends up getting glimpsed, but also X'd back, so they're just toying with his movement speed for a little bit here, trying to take down the Weaver. He's still got the time last though. End up getting off though. Now looking for more. XM.
Where's the party?
Here, this would be a really sick kill, but he's starting to run low on mana, popping Mango after Mango. On the backside of the fight, they find the Tidehunter.
My
As
people
well
died
as the
for
Grimstroke burning all of
nothing.
his mana once again. A tornado to follow, nothing to say, doing work on this Invoker, but there's going to be the Soul Ring, the Ravage, but it's all for naught as Ame claims claims
Hunt
another.
the
A
tides
double
of
kill
death
here
now.
on the Kunkka.
Looking for me?
There's no way he finds his storm.
Dude, XM's out of mana. He's got him on the torrent. He gets the X.
He's got him with the X, but Torrent on cooldown.
Welcome back. Whoa, what'd I miss?
Can he
I mean,
both
here now.
Snap Spirit Vessel. He's got no mana. He's got nothing to
running
take.
into the
He needs so much help here to make it back, but he ends up burning anyway. They get the kill. The TP's coming in. Raz a response. There's going to be the two-man Soulbind. Big Ink Spell popping onto all three, but can they finish him off? Ame able to armlet toggle some of this damage off. Starting on top of this Weaver. He's just going to TP home. Weaver time lapses back. You find huge. Deadly Blast holds him inside of the Static Storm. You can't be serious. LGD, are they going to make it out on everything?
They can't keep getting away with this.
Yo, Zhama's actually dead here. The Invoker doing so much damage. Does he finish him off? Able to get away with the Sakuchi. Oh my goodness.
For my
Right, he gets out of there, but he had no business losing that Storm Spirit, and they didn't catch anybody on the way out. That Deafening Blast was huge. That is beautiful coordination right there, dropping that Deafening Blast at the same time as the Static Storm. And Tidehunter just loses all of his mana here in the mid lane. All of a sudden, his farming speed is just ruined.
Invoker is just using the enemy team as mana batteries at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm running a little bit low. Who do I got to go Tornado EMP?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing very well. Honestly, like just really good, like you said, good team coordination on the side of LGD so far. Jinq with the Sakuchi sets up a roar right for Faith Beyond. Do they have the damage to finish him off in time? They do, just barely. It's gonna be the Axis. Well played. And this Storm Spirit, man, look at this. He has just been thoroughly put through the ringer at this point.
Yeah, his game is so hard. I mean, look at this, 1, 3, and 2, and on top of those deaths, he's spending a lot of time not farming. He's getting chased down by the Invoker, the EMPs being thrown out at him. He is bottom of the net worth among all the cores. You don't want to see that out of your position too.
I mean, are we going to see a Carry Weaver coming in to
Radiant's
compensate like we saw
bottom
Jinq
tower is
do the
under
other day?
attack.
It's hard to say. Erica's got a lot to do this game, to carry it at this point. Like, this troll has to be enormous.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go back to the point our panel was making. Like, PSG.LGD, they keep on picking these heroes that don't really fit into the meta. I think everybody else gets a little bit lazy, but they seem to like perfectly counterpick everything every single game. They're just a step ahead of everybody else when it comes to drafting. And you do owe a lot of that to Zhao 8.
Yeah, their hero pool is just so good, right? And they use every game to continuously expand it. And so there's...
It just seems like he constantly keeps everything in mind and, you know, isn't a complete slave to the meta. Like, he'll like follow very loosely what is super popular and strong at the moment, but he seems to also know what is going to be the best pick for every specific game. And this is one of the best Invoker games you could have had, despite the fact that the hero relatively unpicked here in the Chinese region.
I think this is the first Invoker game we've seen in
Div 1.
Div 1, yeah. So, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Invoker. I love playing this hero, and it's one of those things, like, when if it's a good Invoker game, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's not even
is
just that
under
he's having a
attack.
good game himself, it's that he's completely ruined XM's game.
Yeah. I mean, not his
Dire's
Tidehunters
top
as well,
tower
right?
is
Like,
under
Tidehunter was off to a really good start top lane. Top, speaking of which, gonna be X into the boat.
Where's the party?
Oh no, the timing is perfect. XM goes down. Once again, the 4th death now on the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, he threw him off there. He throws out the Torrent and the Ravage at the same time. He has to choose one that he wants to dodge, and then he brings him back in the middle of him finishing his zip there. If you're invulnerable when he pulls back the X, you end up getting away from it, but not there. He predicted that Storm Spirit when he was going to zip and then pulled him back.
Scanning.
That's so sick, man.
I guess you only have so much mana to work with. Irving here.
Well, if you can zip for the entire 4 seconds, then you're safe, but he brought him back pretty well there.
I mean, what do you do against nothing to say he's Invoker now?
Radiant's
Because he
top
has the
tower is
Midas. He's
under
on his
attack.
way to the Aghanim Scepter. I knew this one was coming eventually. Black talked a little bit about it earlier. They have fantastic Cataclysm setup in the form of the Roar. You have Rubik, who can steal some big spells. But you also have Disruptor. Just Static Storm Kinetic Field, a great tool for locking these heroes into a single small area.
I mean, you take it late.
Touche.
Like, Troll Whirler will eventually outcarry everybody on the side of PSG.LGD. Unfortunately, he can't do it by himself. Like, they've got the ability to just kite him around with their heroes. So if Troll Whirler is the only farmed hero and Storm Spirit is just getting shut down, they're going to kite the Troll. And as you see happen to Troll, like, almost every game that he's picked up.
Yeah, they're actually going to smoke up here on the side of PSG.LGD, see if they can find something. Tidehunter in the mid lane would be fantastic. He's underneath the Hawk. He doesn't necessarily know where they are. There's going to be the Telekinesis. Tumble Toys for a moment. Tornado off the mark as a result. This guy's got schmoves. On the other side, though, they find the Troll Warlord instead. The Roar comes out. The EMP is going to burn all his mana. Static Storm is there as well. Can they actually keep him alive? The boat comes through. Ame helps find the kill, and Troll Warlord, your big carry, he goes down. And now the fight falling to pieces here for the side of PSG. They're getting ran. Oh, no, he does. They're just getting ran down one by one here.
He didn't even need to use it. He stole that one there, snagged that right out of the Tidehunter's hands, and they're confident to take Roche with his Ravage on the Rubik.
Yeah, they're going to actually use this to find Storm, 100%. He's going to just telekinesis Storm into a Ravage. That's what it's being saved for. Anyone that wants to come in and try and contest this Roshan needs to be very careful. It's going to fall fast.
I'm not sure if they know that he stole the Ravage. I mean, Tidehunter probably told them, but if the Stormbear goes into this, he's definitely dead. They're going to think, okay, they use Static Storm, they use Roar. It's going to be pretty safe for me to jump in here. All they have is Lift, but...
Ooh, nothing to say is Courier.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Point booster, not going to be available. It's not that big. He doesn't have the axe quite yet anyway, so.
Still a little bit of gold to everyone on their team. Only a 3-key net worth advantage despite these last couple of team fights feeling very one-sided. Troll Warlord, he is a fairly fast farmer, but okay, ahead of him at the moment.
I mean, Faith Beyond is going to continue to be such an issue for the side of VG Gaming on this Beastmaster. Ooh. Storm Spirit goes in. There's going to be the telekinesis into the Ravage. We said it. He's got the Storm's number, baby.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And just like that, Roar's back up, so they continue to push. They used a spell that wasn't even there, and I think Rubik will be more than happy to steal something else. Not hang on to the Ravage for the next like 2.5 minutes. And
they're looking for more.
Dire's
Roar
bottom
out
tower
onto the Grimstroke, traps him in play. Static Storm as well. They're
Radiant's
taking
middle
hero
tower is under
after
attack.
hero. Anything that they
Dire's
find is
structures are
just
fortified.
dead.
yeah, they try to punish that dive by popping the tower flash, even though not everybody's hitting it.
Radiant's
because they want
top
to spread
tower
out the
is under
DPS so
attack.
everyone hit all the supports, but
Relentless.
now all of a sudden you don't have Fortify. They still got Aegis available on Kunkka.
Radiant's
You're
top
hoping they
tower
don't try to
has
go high
fallen.
ground after you waste that fortification there.
ZinQ just setting up some, you know,
A trap.
Radiant's
I mean, if anyone
top
walks up
tower
there,
is
they're gonna
under
take a lot of
attack.
damage. Or if they walk close, you can just
just
pull them.
telekinesis. Yeah, it's the poor man's techies right there.
Yeah.
Battle Fury done on that Troll Warlord, so you know he can farm pretty quick and he's staying towards the top
Radiant's
of net worth.
top
But
tower
It
has
closes out
fallen.
fast on PSG.LGD. They're going for the Assault Cuirass instead of the Heaven's Halberd on Kunkka. That's a sign that they're wanting to push high ground rather than fight into VC.
I don't think he needs the like. You don't want your carry Kunkka to go to Halberd this dealer. Like that, he needs to be your heavy damage dealer.
You don't, but it's also an incredibly good item against Troll, and if he's the only one doing damage, then it is worth getting on your carry.
Dire's bottom
you know,
tower
he's
is under
just-
attack.
Troll is very clearly not an issue.
Yeah, why? Get a good vision of XM here once again. Nice zip on forward, but instead, has
Dire's
to be a little bit
bottom
careful.
tower
Telekinesis
has
Spirit
fallen.
Vessel, they're able to chain stun him down to Glimpse as well. Can he
Here
make
I
it?
am.
Rubik
Dire's bottom
stealing
tower
ball
is
lightning.
under
Is it
attack.
enough? XM will survive.
Huzzah!
Very close. Oh, well, they've got the Weaver as well. Ame. X into the boat, the Torrent to fall. There's your Static Storm finally coming off cooldown here. Would have loved to use that on the Storm Spirit, but they don't find him. Grimstroke dies to Faith Beyond. He just catches him with a roar.
Not too sure
Oh, he
exact-
didn't even roar him. How did he? He just ran him down with
Yeah, he's too far forward, and
a big golem.
yeah,
So-
and that thing does 200 damage a hit. It like slaps you too. It's no joke.
Radiant's middle tower has
double
fallen.
bore and granite golem's a lot of damage.
Fortunately, you know, Troll Warlord is supposed to be super good against his Beastmaster to be able to clear out these ancient creeps pretty quickly, but this game, he just can't fight into it. His team doesn't have the strength, and the 6K net worth disadvantage, it feels so much worse than that.
It does, yeah. I mean, your troll is
Radiant's
super farmed,
bottom
but
tower
you do have
is
the
under
situation where
attack.
it's like he can't be the one that just like runs in.
Vanguard on the Beastmaster.
Abyssal Blade,
Radiant
baby.
are scanning.
Coming.
Is he really?
I mean, why not?
No, he's going Crimson Guard.
Okay.
He wants to be able to keep his units alive. The Troll Warlord goes
Oh.
down.
Faded. Rubik. However, still might be trouble. Never mind, he's got ball lighting. He's still fine.
So when the Troll Warlord attacks, he'll cleave on all the units, but you know they have all this armor. They're going to have the damage block, and you know he's got a lot of attack speed, but not necessarily a lot of damage. So his units will stay alive. They'll be able to survive the tower flak. I guess that's the reasoning for it. Crimson Blade would be insane, man.
I kind of forgot that Crimson Guard was an item, if I'm being completely honest.
That's fair.
It's one of those things, you don't see it very often. It kind of fell out of the meta a lot. The only heroes who really ever built it were like Underlord and...
Well, it makes sense of Beastmaster. It's like completely situational on who you're playing against, but A lot of the time you solve your issues by just killing the hero
Radiant's
faster
bottom
rather
tower
than
is under attack.
surviving. But if you want to push high ground here, you already have the Vlads.
Faith Beyond back to his antics here in the bottom lanes. He's just pushing a tier 2, pretty much uncontested, and his team close enough. So if they Vici Gaming want to take a fight, they're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Ame gonna come down here, slot the tower, get the last hit.
Radiant's
He's got
bottom
carry
tower
contribution.
has
Yeah, he's got
fallen.
his all Kuras completed. I'm not sure what they
Radiant's
do to prevent.
bottom
Okay, they've got 4 or
tower
5
is under
available
attack.
again, actually. They
They're
can
just
buy
gonna-
themselves at a time.
They just want to burn the Aegis here, right? Like 30 seconds left,
Radiant
do as much damage to tier 3
structures
towers
are
as they can.
fortified.
Flank, like you said, gonna slow this push down a little bit.
Radiant's bottom
Is
tower
it even
is
enough?
under
The
attack.
AC
No, not even
Dire's
close.
top
still
tower
so
is
strong,
under
and
attack.
Beastmaster close enough on the backside.
Radiant's
Just
bottom tower
it's a tier 3
has
tower.
fallen.
They will disengage. 10 seconds left on the Aegis. Smoked up here on Vici Gaming. Would love to find something. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though.
No.
Over here now.
They will find Xin Q, but again, he doesn't connect with the Vortex, looking for nothing to say as well. The Aegis is going to expire. They don't have detection. They just disengage completely, and now XM's got to be careful. He's running right back into the enemy team. There's going to be the Cold Snap, the Spirit Vessel, Chain Stuns are
Pudding
there.
pop.
XM
Looking for me.
falling low,
He's forced
finally
to pop
makes out.
BB before they're
Touche.
defending the base.
Stupendous.
Yeah, this is rough. Managed to catch a Grimstroke outside the base. He will fall.
BKB is just used on Storm Spirit. You committed your fortification. There's nothing stopping PSG.LGD from just going up the high ground here. That is exactly what they're going to do.
X into boat. He's waiting for the detection to come back in. He gets the time lapse off. Okay, burns that cooldown. Boat on cooldown though as well.
Yeah, but the rest of the team just playing objective gaming.
Radiant's
They
bottom
know that they
barracks
can't
has
defend here.
fallen.
If they pop the Ravage, then they're just going to end up wasting it. And
You got a Beastmaster.
yeah, that's the melee rack gone just like that. It's too sweet. XM definitely off his game here.
I mean, this is just the nature of an imperfect Invoker game. Like, it really is. He's got the Aghanim Scepter completed as well, so even Cataclysm, an option for this team. Anyone gets roared, they're just super dead.
Yeah. But anytime they go just a little bit too far forward, PSG.LGD, amazing team coordination, just ends up punishing them. They haven't died in ages.
Actually caught the smoke there just off the edge, so they know that they're here. Nice positioning from Vici Gaming. I mean, this could be a potential big fight for them. They do have the Blink the Ravage available. They've just got to find someone to start it on, and we'll see Faith Beyond. That's going to be the one that they choose. XM gets the BKB on, and
Radiant's
Erica
top
comes in
tower
as
is
well.
under
Can they
attack.
actually finish off the Beastmaster, though? Faith Beyond, so tanky thanks to the Crimson Guard. They get the roar right on top of the Troll Warlord. Still has that Battle Trance available if he can drop it. Stolen Soulbind on the backside. There he is. He's going to turn his attention on over to Ame, but there's the Deafening Blast instead. And Troll, he doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's going to die. Backside by XM, looking to over Faith Beyond. Does get the kill. Irving with the Blink Ravage. Does he steal it? He does. Rubik. He wants to turn around instead. Cataclysm doesn't really connect, but they get the kill on a Tidehunter anyway. And they just GG out like that. It is over, baby.
And there's the Ravage at the end. They know there's no way to fight into them here.
Double damage!
jumping the back by stopping Tidehunter from getting an initiation into that fight alongside God, the Grimstroke there. I'm pretty sure he stole Soulbind and dropped it onto the
Yeah,
Tidehunter
stole
as
Soulbind
well.
on his side.
And then he ends up getting the